One sunny afternoon, three best friends, Alice, Leo, and Mia, decided to go on an adventure at the edge of their village, where the forest began. The air was filled with the chirping of birds, and a gentle breeze rustled the leaves of the tall trees. As they wandered through the dense forest, Alice's eyes caught something glinting under a large oak tree. She skipped over and found a golden feather lying on the ground, shimmering brightly despite the dappled shadows from the leaves above. "Look at this," she called out. "I've never seen a feather like this before. Do you think it's magical?" Meanwhile, Leo was busy kicking around fallen branches and dried leaves when his foot hit something hard. As he brushed away the dirt, he uncovered an old, ornate mirror with intricate carvings on its frame. "Whoa, guys, check this out," he exclaimed. "It looks ancient. I wonder what stories it could tell." Mia, who loved flowers, had strayed a bit from her friends, following a path of wild roses that led her to the heart of the overgrown garden. There, hidden behind a curtain of vines, she found a wishing well covered in moss. "This is amazing," Mia cried out. "I've heard stories of wells like these. Maybe it can grant wishes." The three friends gathered around their newfound treasures, each feeling the pull of something special and mysterious. "I wish we knew what they can do," Leo said, staring into the mirror's reflective surface, which seemed to glow softly. "Let's keep them and find out together," Alice suggested, gently twirling the golden feather between her fingers. "Yes, maybe they're meant to be ours, and there's a special reason we found them," Mia added, her eyes shining with excitement. And so, they agreed to embark on a new mission, unraveling the secrets of the golden feather, the old mirror, and the wishing well. They believed these items could hold the key to an adventure beyond their wildest dreams. What the magical items would reveal was yet to be discovered, but one thing was certain: their friendships would lead them through any mystery. Alice, a curious and adventurous little girl, loved exploring the magical forest behind her grandmother's house. One sunny afternoon, while chasing butterflies, she stumbled upon a peculiar feather lying delicately on a bed of golden leaves. As she picked it up, the feather began to glow with a faint, mystical light, and she heard soft whispers tingling in her ears. "You must find the others." Intrigued and a bit confused, Alice knew she needed help. She dashed back to the cozy cottage where her two best friends, Leo and Mia, were building a fort with planks of wood and colorful blankets. "Look what I found!" Alice exclaimed, holding out the shimmering feather. As they gazed upon it, the air seemed to shimmer with mystery. Leo, a bold and imaginative boy, always ready for an adventure, stared wide-eyed at the feather. "What do you mean, the others?" he inquired. Before Alice could reply, Mia, a clever and kind-hearted girl with an eye for detail, noticed something odd. "Look," she pointed at the mirror in the hallway. The old, ornate mirror, which had been hanging there forever, began to shimmer just like the feather. The gentle glow seemed to dance across its surface, forming rippling images of distant places. At the same time, the sound of flowing water echoed, drawing their attention to the ancient stone well in the garden. Just like the mirror, the well was shimmering, reacting as if it had a life of its own. Together, they realized that the feather, the mirror, and the well were somehow connected by an invisible thread of magic. "Maybe they lead to the others the feather whispered about," suggested Mia excitedly. Eager to uncover this mystery, the three friends knew they had to work together and embark on a journey to discover these mystical others. Before setting off, they gathered their courage and packed a small bag with some sandwiches, a flashlight, and a trusty map of the forest. Holding the glowing feather carefully, Alice led the way as Leo and Mia followed closely. What adventures would await them? Were there more enchanted objects to find? The only way to know was to follow the whispers and let the feather light their path. United by friendship and curiosity, they ventured into the unknown, ready to unravel the secrets whispered through time. Once upon a time, in the quiet village of Glendale, there lived a curious boy named Leo. Leo found taking long walks in the woods fascinating, especially with his friends Mia, a kind-hearted girl with an adventurous spirit, and Max, a clever boy who could solve any puzzle. One day, while exploring the attic of Leo's old house, the trio stumbled upon a peculiar mirror. Dusty and forgotten, it seemed like any ordinary mirror. But when Leo dared to wipe the dust away and look within, something extraordinary happened. Instead of his reflection, Leo was greeted with a vision of a mysterious forest filled with vibrant, glowing trees and shadowy creatures dancing playfully among them. "Look at this!" Leo exclaimed, beckoning his friends closer. The forest scene shimmered tantalizingly, as if inviting them to step right in. Mia, her eyes wide with wonder, whispered, "It's like the mirror is showing us where to go." Max, always the logical one, examined the mirror's edge, searching for any trick or mechanism. "This is real," he confirmed, his voice laced with awe. The friends exchanged glances filled with excitement and a hint of trepidation. The forest in the mirror seemed both welcoming and slightly eerie. Before doubts could overtake their spirits, they agreed to embark on this fantastical adventure. They packed quickly, each bringing tools they thought might help: a flashlight, a notebook, and snacks, of course. With one final check, they held hands, directing their gaze at the mesmerizing forest within the mirror. As they stepped closer, a soft, melodic humming seemed to fill the room, wrapping around them like a warm embrace. Suddenly, they felt lighter, as if floating, and in the blink of an eye, they found themselves standing amidst the glowing trees, the cool forest air bristling with magic. The mirror had transported them, and there, in this enchanted place, their adventure truly began. Once upon a time, in the village of Willow Creek, three adventurous friends named Lily, Jack, and Oliver set off on a grand adventure. Their journey began with a mysterious, enchanted mirror that had appeared in Jack's attic. The mirror whispered tales of hidden treasures and lands filled with wonders. Motivated by curiosity and excitement, the trio decided to follow the mirror's guidance. The mirror's surface shimmered and revealed a path that led through colorful meadows and rolling green hills. With hearts full of thrill, the friends followed the mirror's direction. It wasn't long before their path led them to the edge of a dense and ancient forest. The place looked enchanting yet mysterious, with sunlight barely piercing through the thick canopy. As they took their first steps into the forest, an extraordinary thing happened. The golden feather that Lily had found along the way began to float in the air and radiate a warm, gentle glow, illuminating their path. The friends marveled at the glowing feather, feeling a little safer as they ventured deeper into the magic-filled forest. Inside, the forest was alive in the most magical way. The flowers along the path glowed in vibrant colors, their petals twinkling like little stars. The trees hummed a soft, soothing melody that seemed to speak directly to the heart. The animals, deer, foxes, and rabbits with shimmering fur, watched with intelligent eyes as if understanding the friends' mission. Occasionally, butterflies with wings that looked like delicate stained glass fluttered around them. Each step taken brought them deeper into the heart of the forest, where the whispers of magic grew stronger and the bond between the three friends grew tighter. Lily, Jack, and Oliver knew they were on the journey of a lifetime. They pressed on, eager to uncover the secrets the enchanted forest held and find the treasure that the mirror promised. With the glowing feather lighting their way, they were ready for any adventure that lay ahead, confident in their friendship and the magical guidance they had received. Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush, green forest, three brave young friends named Alice, Ben, and Charlie embarked on an incredible adventure. The forest was filled with the songs of chirping birds and the sweet scent of blooming flowers, but it was in danger. A sneaky and sinister presence lurked in the shadows, the Shadow King. Deep in the woods, hidden from ordinary sight, they came across a magnificent old owl who sat regally on a branch that glimmered with a magical glow. Its feathers were a constellation of stars, and its eyes twinkled with ancient wisdom. The wise owl had been watching over the forest for centuries. "You have found the three ancient relics," the owl hooted softly, its voice echoing like a gentle breeze through the trees. Each relic glimmered with its own light: an emerald leaf, a sapphire acorn, and a ruby feather. Together, they hold the key to restoring balance to the forest, the owl continued, nodding sagely. "But beware, the Shadow King has spread darkness here, and he will try to stop you." Alice clutched the emerald leaf tightly, feeling its warmth spread through her fingers. "We won't let him win," she declared boldly. Ben held the sapphire acorn to his heart, nodding with determination. "The forest will be safe again," he added. Charlie, with the ruby feather tucked behind his ear, said confidently, "We'll stick together and outsmart the Shadow King." And so, led by the light of their newfound relics and the guidance of the wise old owl, the friends ventured deeper into the forest. They faced trials and challenges, from mazes of twisted vines to mischievous woodland creatures enchanted by the shadow's spell. At every turn, they felt the Shadow King's dark presence trying to overshadow their quest. But with courage in their hearts and the magic of the relics at hand, they discovered that the key to victory wasn't just the relics themselves, but the friendships and bravery they forged along the way. In the end, the forest glowed even brighter than before, a place of harmony where the shadow had once crept. The wise owl watched over them, proud and content, as peace reigned over the forest once more. Once upon a time, in the heart of the enchanted forest, lived a kind-hearted owl named Oliver, who was known to guide travelers in their times of need. One bright morning, as the sun peeked through the dense boughs, a group of friends found themselves at a daunting cliff. The leader of the group, Alice, was very brave, and she was the first to hold the map that had led them on this adventure. But now, standing on the edge of the cliff, a strong wind whistled menacingly, making the crossing impossible. They were worried and huddled close, whispering about what to do next. Suddenly, Oliver the owl swooped in from a tall tree and landed gently on a rock nearby. "To pass, you must trust the feather," he hooted with an air of ancient wisdom. Alice stepped forward curiously, looking at Oliver. "Trust the feather?" she asked. Oliver nodded, his eyes twinkling like little stars. He presented a large, pure white feather that glinted in the sunlight. "This feather harnesses the power of belief," he explained. Feeling hopeful, Alice gripped the feather tightly in her hand. Almost at once, she began to feel a sensation as if she were aboard a gentle, invisible lift. Slowly, the feather started to lift Alice into the air, and before she realized it, she was hovering above the ground. Seeing this marvel, her friends, Ben, the cheerful bunny, Clara, the clever fox, and Danny, the playful squirrel, all clasped hands with Alice, forming a daisy chain of hope and friendship. Each friend closed their eyes, and as they all held onto Alice, the magic of the feather swept them up collectively, gliding gracefully across the wide chasm below. As they sailed through the air, their fears turned to laughter, and any doubts fluttered away like morning mist. The winds ceased their howling and gently chaperoned them on their aerial adventure until they reached the other side, landing softly on the safe, green grass. The friends hugged each other joyfully and thanked Oliver for guiding them. "Remember," Oliver hooted from above, "trust can make any path easier." With warm hearts and boundless spirits, they continued their adventure, knowing that courage, trust, and togetherness were the true feathers in their journey. In a land far beyond the mountains, nestled between ancient trees and sparkling rivers, lived three brave adventurers named Leo, Mia, and Alice. These three friends were known throughout the land for their courage and kind hearts. One day, they embarked on a journey to find the legendary Crystal of Light, a precious gem hidden deep within the enchanted forest. As they ventured deeper into the dark woods, the trees grew taller, and the air was thick with mystery. The path twisted and turned like a serpent, and soon they found themselves in front of an eerie, magical mirror. At first, the mirror appeared ordinary, reflecting their likenesses with a slight gleam. But as they continued their journey, the mirror began to showcase more than their reflections. It revealed haunting images of their deepest fears. Leo saw himself lost in infinite darkness, Mia saw herself left behind, and Alice saw the forest turning into shadows. Fear gripped them for a moment, as each image landed heavily on their hearts. But Leo, ever the voice of reason, whispered bravely, "It's just a trick." With determination, they decided to face their fears together. Mia reached for Leo and Alice's hands, and with hearts pounding, they reminded each other of the strength and courage they shared. "We can do this, we always have," said Alice, her voice unwavering. Encouraging one another, the trio faced their fears head-on, each one reflecting on what made them strong and resilient. The mirror, sensing their bravery, began to clear, turning the terrifying images into mere illusions. The path ahead was lit with a gentle glow. The once daunting forest seemed welcoming once more. With smiles of relief and newfound courage, Leo, Mia, and Alice continued on their journey, the crystal of light now seeming just within their grasp. They learned that by supporting each other, even the deepest fears can be overcome, and the path to their destiny lay just beyond their fears. And thus, they moved forward, their bond stronger than ever, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. Once upon a time, 5 friends embarked on a magical adventure deep into the Whispering Woods. The friends, brave Ben, clever Chloe, kind-hearted Kai, adventurous Ava, and wise Mia, were on a mission to save their beloved forest from the menacing Shadow King. They journeyed through enchanted meadows, climbed towering trees, and crossed babbling brooks until they arrived at their destination, the mystical glowing pool of water, known as the heart of the Wishing Well. "This is where wishes are made and dreams come true," whispered Mia, who knew the legends well. "The well grants wishes only to those with pure hearts," she continued, her voice filled with wonder. Each friend stepped forward, closed their eyes tight, and whispered their wish in unison. They all wished for the same thing, to protect the forest they loved and defeat the evil Shadow King once and for all. Suddenly, the water in the pool shimmered like 1,000 stars dancing in the night sky. A soft, humming magic filled the air, and as if answering their call, a radiant light emerged. Out of the light, a magical map floated gently onto the ground before them. "It's a map!" exclaimed Chloe excitedly, picking it up with care. "And it's glowing!" "Look, it points to the Shadow King's lair," observed Kai, carefully tracing the path laid out on the map. "This is what we need," braved Ben said with determination shining in his eyes. The friends knew this was their chance. Holding the magical map, they were filled with new hope and courage. Ava leapt forward. "Let's follow it. The forest is counting on us." With hearts united in purpose and friendship, the 5 ventured onward, their path illuminated by the magical glow of the map, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead and protect the Whispering Woods with all their courage and love. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled amidst emerald green hills, there was a legend about the Shadow King who dwelled in the depths of the Whispering Forest. The villagers always warned their children to never venture too close, for the Shadow King was said to guard ancient relics of immense power. One day, 3 adventurous friends named Alice, Leo, and Mia decided they were ready for an adventure of a lifetime. Armed with courage and curiosity, they tiptoed beyond the village border, guided by tales and maps drawn in dusty old scrolls. As they reached the heart of the forest, the air grew thick with magic, and the path seemed alive, rearranging itself beneath their feet. Finally, they arrived at a clearing where moonlight bathed three relics resting upon a stone altar: a feather, a mirror, and a small pouch of water. Determined to uncover their secrets, each child picked up a relic, not realizing they had awakened the dreadful presence that lurked within the shadows. The Shadow King emerged, a towering figure cloaked in swirling shadows, and he stretched out his gnarly fingers to snatch the relics away. But the children were not easily deterred, and they quickly discovered the powers hidden within their relics. Alice twirled the feather, summoning a furious gust of wind that whisked around them, making it difficult for the Shadow King to advance. Leo held up the mirror defiantly, watching in awe as it reflected the dark energy back towards the Shadow King, causing him to stagger backward. Mia, with hesitation but determination, poured the well's water onto the ground. To their amazement, it pooled around them, forming a brilliant, shimmering barrier of light. Together, their newfound powers created a force too strong for the Shadow King to withstand. The shadows around him shattered and dissolved like mist as he let out a bellowing wail and vanished back into the depths of the forest. The sun slowly peeked over the horizon, warming their chilled skin and signaling dawn's arrival. With the Shadow King defeated, the courageous friends gathered around the glowing pedestal nestled at the heart of the enchanted forest. They marveled at the pedestal's intricate carvings, each telling tales of ancient magic. The feather, silken white, the smooth, golden-framed mirror, and the crystal-clear water from the sacred well, all treasures from their quest, were placed gently into the pedestal. A mesmerizing glow began to emanate, spreading a warm, golden light across the land. It cascaded like ripples through the forest, pouring life back into the once dulled trees and wilted flowers. Leaves unfurled with vibrant greens, flowers blossomed in every imaginable hue, and creatures, big and small, stirred awake with joyous trills and calls. The forest, once shrouded in shadows, was finally alive and thriving again. As the light danced in the treetops, the wise old owl descended gracefully, her feathers shimmering in the newfound glow of the forest. With eyes full of gratitude, she addressed the group. "Thank you, brave ones," she hooted softly, "for your unwavering courage and the strength found in your friendship. It was truly the bond you share that turned the tide against darkness." The children, beaming with pride, knew that their adventure was more than just a battle against evil. It was a testament to their unity and bravery. Their hearts swelled with a joyful sense of achievement. Hand in hand, they made their way back home, each step echoing the happiness and satisfaction of a task well done. With the safety of the magical forest assured once more, they returned to their everyday lives, carrying the stories of their journey as cherished memories. Their village, once fraught with tales of the forest's enchantment, was now filled with laughter and peace. And the children? They remained ever vigilant, ready to protect the magic whenever called upon. For they knew now that together, there was no challenge too great to overcome.